How's it crackin', fangirls and fanboys? It is episode 65 of the Electric Fan Cave on electricfeast.com. Kristen Latterell here, along with Corrigan Vaughn, bringing you all the latest in movies, and more movies. Seriously, we are Stregononiing trailers over here. We've got movies with extreme athletes, Disney's bad guys having kids, Robert Redford and Nick Nolte on the Appalachian Trail, non-scary dinosaurs, and the 10th Doctor being a dad. In other movie news, Chris Pine may be making an appearance in the upcoming Wonder Woman film, The Rock is looking for Big Trouble in Little China, and Eddie Redmayne gets sorted into his very own Harry Potter movie, kinda. But wait, there's more! If you call now, we will spend time trying to figure out what the hell is going on in Aloha, and head over to the Chris Pratt corner for some Jurassic World press tour goodness. So, in the immortal words of Home Depot, let's do this.
That
hey,
was
Corey.
Glorious, laddie. I'm proud of what has transpired here.
I feel like we're just growing as introducers.
Yeah, well, except for the multiple times it took us to do it, but that's just becoming par for the course. You know, the better our intros get, the more complex, the harder it is to say them in one take, obviously.
That is very true. That is true. So
that's what I'm going to go with.
That's usually what's happening here. But how are you?
You know, it's the end of the quarter, so there's a light at the end of this tunnel, and
Huzzah!
I'm so excited about it. I'm looking for. I get to go camping soon.
So fun.
And enjoy what little bit of water there is left in California by going to the river.
You better go see it before it's gone.
Yeah, I know. And my friend Wes is coming back from Taiwan.
Yay, Wes!
Yeah, and he's gonna stay in the fan cave. And so that's exciting.
That is so fun.
Yeah, so I
remember when he was leaving, and I thought he was leaving forever because you were making it sound like.
Well, he is essentially. Then he's moving to China. So.
Well, okay. Yeah. Well, that is kind of unfortunate, I guess.
Yeah.
But still, I'm glad that he'll be back for a little bit. That will be nice.
It will be nice. He'll be here for a little over a month, and it'll be good. Anyways, hi Wes. How's it going?
Hey Wes. Welcome back to America.
Yeah. How you doing, laddie?
Good. I'm doing good. Guess what I saw this weekend?
What did you see?
I watched Now and Then.
Yay!
And it was positively wonderful. It was just endearing and wonderful and great. And I'm so sad I didn't watch it as a kid because I would have loved it.
Right?
Loved it.
This makes my heart so glad because, you know, every time, like when you lend a movie that you loved when you were kids to someone, there's always that risk, the Labyrinth effect, showing you Labyrinth as an adult. And you're like, what is wrong with you people? Why do you all love this so much? And I'm okay, maybe it doesn't hold up when you watch it for the first time as an adult. But it's nice with something like Now and Then. I'm like, I was like, it's so good. It has to translate over.
It does. It really does. And I feel like it does, especially for just like a girl or a woman, being like, oh, because I remember that awkward, even though I didn't grow up in that time or whatever, in the specific decade. I'm like, but those kind of problems translate so well, like the things that they were dealing with and going through. So
and who were you?
Yeah.
I mean,
I had decided, I came to the decision that I was definitely Roberta growing up, but I had a little bit of Chrissy's didn't know what was going on with things. So
a little bit of that naivete.
Yes, that but yeah, I was definitely Roberta, where I loved to play in the street, and I was into sports and all that kind of stuff. So I had an older brother and all boy cousins, and so
yeah, you were doomed to be Roberta.
I was kind of there wasn't a whole lot of choices there with that. So yeah, but it was really good, and I loved all of the girl characters, and I just thought they were wonderful, and just the ending was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I did, and I cried at that the part where Roberta's having her meltdown, and I cried when Sam was in the graveyard with Scary Pete or Creepy Pete or whatever they call him.
Whatever the name was. Yeah.
So it was it was just all the feels, and then Devon Sawa was so wonderful. I wanted to die because I'm I really need to watch Little Giants because that was really the movie that I like.
I own that one too, so that can be the next thing I like.
I was positive it was on Netflix, and it's not. So.
It probably was. You know how they are. They're always stealing away the things we love.
I know. I'm they put up all the crap movies, but they take away the gems.
Yeah.
So
see, Little Giants is great. And then also, did you watch Casper? you were a kid?
I did watch Casper, and I did also love that one, but I feel like he was only in it really for
that one moment when he says, "Can I keep you?" And you're
I know, but it makes me so, it like rips out my heart. So if I watch Casper, then I have to follow with Little Giants because it's like, well, that was like a happy ending. Because like while Casper did end happy,
he's still a dead kid.
Ended not happy at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, like, how messed up was probably Christina Ricci when she grew up. Like, poor girl.
Well, we see the results of Casper. Lizzie Borden took an axe is the natural thing that came out of that. I think it was that trajectory was set from losing Casper back in the day. But I love that, and Now and Then was so great. I was just like Devon Sawa was like it. When I was a kid.
So when he showed up in Nikita 20 years later, I was like...
I know. I follow him on Twitter, too.
And it was, oh my God, it was so great, too. Because I remember the first time you see him, he's got like a beard, and I'm like, I'm looking at him thinking, that guy looks familiar. But he's all like scruffy, and then even when he shaves, I'm like, ooh, he's just really cute. Like, who is that? And I had to look him up, and I was like, no. He just was such a man. He grew into such a man. He kind of,
to a lesser extent, it's like what happened with, what's the Dead Zone guy?
Michael C. Hall?
That's not it. Anthony Michael Hall. Michael C. Hall is Dexter.
Okay, I knew it was something with Michael and Hall. I was half close.
Yeah, but Anthony Michael Hall, it's like he's like the scrawny little kid or whatever, and then he like suddenly like appears again, and you're like, there is a man. That's like
also for him it was harder. He was harder for me. I couldn't find Farmer Ted in him.
He's nowhere left on that. You can
still see Casper in Devon Sawa's face a little bit, and when he smiles, but like he like. But like Farmer Ted died and this new guy replaced him.
Well, that's my thing. It's like, you know how people have a theory about that like Paul McCartney was replaced in the Beatles? No, you know.
What do you mean? What
like
he's still alive?
Well, but people think that like there was an original Paul McCartney, and then that like they like fired him or something like that, and
like
then
American president, like a doppelganger. Ooh, like that movie with Dominic Cooper that we talked about that was so terrible when he had like the twin.
God, yeah, exactly. I don't know if people have that violent of an idea for what happened with Paul McCartney, but regardless, there's like people have like this whole conspiracy theory about how like Paul McCartney was replaced by a different Paul McCartney, and I have that theory. Yeah, I have that theory about Anthony Michael Hall. Like, there's no way that is the same person. They like clearly like he wasn't even body snatched. They just replaced him and thought no one would notice, and we didn't. We were just like,
remember when people would leave?
What?
It's like in soap operas, like when a character would leave, they would just replace them with a new actor, and you're just supposed to pretend that's the same person. I'm like, that's not this. What's happening?
Oh, yeah.
And like Aunt Viv on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
which we determined I did not notice at all.
Which I think is hilarious because they even like mention it in the show. I know. I mean, granted, it's like
I was a dumb kid.
Joke.
Okay, it doesn't really matter who it is, you can replace them, and I don't notice until someone tells me a lot of the time. But, you know, that's just me. Not the most observant person in the world. But I do think all that to say, Anthony Michael Hall has been body snatched. So sorry to old Anthony Michael Hall. But Devon Sawa, you're still doing your thing.
You do you, Devon. We love you.
You're doing it well.
I love you. Yeah. Anyway, so we have some trailers we should talk about.
Oh, my God. Do we ever?
A million. And I've been waiting to talk about this first one because it came out when we had to re-record last week for Female Friendship. And I was like, how do we break this in? I know we can't. I really want to. So we're a little bit behind on the first one. I know everyone was talking about it. But the new Point Break remake trailer dropped last week. And it is not your grandma's Point Break.
Nay.
Nay.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say, honestly. Like, you know, normally I have like, I feel like it's so unnecessary and so like weird that I'm still processing that this even exists.
Well, I feel like this is what they do with remakes. They either make like almost the exact same movie. Right. So let's look at Footloose. It had a lot of the same like lines in it. Yeah. I actually loved the remake of Footloose. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Of course I would. I mean, I have like both of them and we like watch them together. I like love it.
Just in case you want to watch the same movie twice but feel weird about it.
But like update it? I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, we won't go into it. So there's like that where they just do like the exact same movie, everything is the same.
Right.
Or they just take the name of the movie
Yeah.
and the characters, and then they completely change everything about it. So if you remember in the old one, Patrick Swayze was like a surfer, but they robbed banks.
Yeah.
But they were like cool.
I bought it. I never questioned it. Yeah.
Now in this new one, the bad guy, I don't even Bodhi, but I don't know who the actor is.
I don't know who it is. He doesn't look familiar to me, I don't think.
But they are like extreme athletes, and they are disrupting world markets. I don't even really know what that means.
Right,
but
like that's so vague. That's just sort of a like, that's their way of saying to us, like, just don't question it. Just go with the flow.
Just go with it. And it's like, so, but I think though, what they've really held on to in the essence is the guy that's playing Johnny Utah is like a young Keanu Reeves, where he's like, I think, like me, they're extreme athletes. And I'm like, oh my God, please tell me. He goes, I'm an FBI agent. Like, he has to do that. Because if he doesn't, this whole movie
all is lost. They've wasted it. I want to see
and he has to go, ah!
Yeah.
Shooting his gun in the air. Those are the things that have to happen. Otherwise, this remake is pointless.
Yeah, otherwise it's over. Nobody's going to be happy with it. Nobody's going to be happy with it anyway. I mean, like, this is going to be... I feel like there's this is my thing with remakes like this in general, is I'm like, it's that who's the target audience thing, where I'm like, okay, you're using the name Point Break, which has, like, associations for a group of people, and that group of people does not want a remake of Point Break. And then you've got the group of people who are too young to have any idea what Point Break is and have no attachment to the name, so why not just call it a different movie?
Yeah, why not just use something to, like, that's what I don't get, because this one is so
it's not
different.
The same thing.
It's not the same thing. So you might as well have just made a movie called Extreme Athletes Disrupting World Markets, or I don't know, something. Probably something shorter than that.
Sort of in the vein of, Wall Street 2, Money Never Sleeps, or something like
that.
But, like,
I don't know. But it's like, I don't know.
It's baffling to me when they make these things, because it really, like, I don't know. I guess because that's part of the promo process, though, is there's going to be a lot of people who this would have flown under the radar for, but because everyone's talking about, like, why the heck are they doing this?
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be people who hear of it for the first time and are like, oh, actually, that looks like something I'd see. And the people who want to go and be like, does it live up or doesn't it? I don't think I'm going to go to the movie theater to watch it. I think I'd get it in the red box.
Yeah, I'll catch it at the $1.
Yeah,
because it still kind of looks like it might be a fun, cheesy action movie.
Exactly.
I don't know.
But it's just not on my priorities list of action films to see, I suppose. I'm wary. I don't know. But who knows? Yeah. Maybe, like, it'll come out and the reviews are going to be, like, amazing. And
maybe it'll be like Mad Max. I wasn't at first super into seeing it. I doubt it will be like that, but it could be.
No, I don't think it's going to be Mad Max. We get one Mad Max this year.
Dang it.
Let's just be happy with what we were given and live off of the vapors of that for a while. But, I mean, that's sort of... I was trying to think of, like, in terms of remakes where that falls. But that's it's sort of a sequel, not a remake. So it doesn't have the same rules of either remake completely or change it.
And it was still made by the same person.
Yeah, exactly. So it falls within, everything is essentially the same universe. This is just like, it's just not.
This is just an action movie with extreme athletes that they're calling Point Break.
Yeah, I feel like you're having a lot of fun saying extreme athletes.
I am. That's actually going to be my new thing. I'm just going to call everybody that. And I'm kind of think I'm going to be one now.
Yeah, because
so
it sounds
watch out,
like,
guys.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying extreme mathletes too, which makes it even better. Yeah, they're extreme mathletes.
We do math while parachuting.
Can you imagine that movie? Shooting calculators up in the air. Oh! I would watch that. Did you watch Kung Fury?
Calculator?
Did you watch Kung Fury, laddie?
No.
It's out. You need to watch it. It's free on YouTube.
I don't even know what that means.
Kung Fury? Kristen, it's like you don't even pay attention to me.
Oh, wait, was it that weird music video with David Hasselhoff?
David Hasselhoff? Yeah, the movie is actually out now. It's a short. It's like 30 minutes long, and it's bananas with dinosaurs and time travel and Hitler and karate and everything.
Well, if it's got Hitler in it, I mean.
Yeah. Hitler's played by Jorma Taccone. Or Jorma Taccone. I don't know how you're supposed to say it.
Him.
I don't know if he's Italian or what, but Jorma Taccone or Taccone. He plays Hitler, and it's
he's just so endearing and wonderful. How can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
It's pretty great. So you should watch that. 30 minutes of your life that is well spent, I would say.
Okay.
And you get the constant tease of the True Survivor song in the background. And the song is just my favorite thing in the world. So, anyways, that was my aside from action movies.
Sorry, aside. Well, in other words, when other movies, that's kind of going to be an action, but in the dancing variety, I'm thinking is we got an extended trailer this week for Disney's Descendants, and we've talked about this movie before. So this is the one where the bad guys from old Disney movies have had kids, and they're like kind of been exiled on this island, and this up and coming prince is like invited 4 of them to come to high school at their like prep school with all the good kids, good people's kids, and it looks like so terrible, but in like an amazing way that I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. No, I am so for this. I mean, it takes me back to when, we would watch like High School Musical in the dorms and stuff like that, and this looks way worse than High School Musical, to be clear. But, it just seems like the kind of thing that I just like, I want to get together with people and like sit around and just like watch it and like not even critique it per se.
No.
Just like fall into it and let it happen.
Yeah. And let it be.
Mm-hmm.
Brace it and let it wash over.
Yeah.
Love it.
Your internet's fading out.
I feel like it's gonna be so damn it.
I just wanna embrace it and like enjoy it, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and it looks so
sure.
dumb. You guys can see the link.
And Kristen Chenoweth looks so over the top.
Right? It's so bonkers.
And Kathy
Najimy?
Yeah. Najimy? Like, oh my gosh, I can't even wait. I cannot.
Yeah. I think like the adults in it are like the like worst part, like, and that's what I mean, like in that sort of like hilariously awesome way. Like they're just, it's so bad. Like I imagine this is what it looks like in the booth when you're recording like the actual voice of a villain and something, and you're just like all over the place because it helps your voice come out right and all this, and you're just like and then but when you actually do it live action, it looks ridiculous, and so they're just it's so over the top and so like
it's gonna be good.
This is another one of those, they're doing this because they have kids, aren't they? Type movies, right? Except that
totally.
Does Kristen Chenoweth is single, right? I feel like that's something that she's known for.
So
like as in she doesn't have kids, she's just doing this because
just as in she's Kristen Chenoweth.
She's just Kristen Chenoweth, and she's weird.
I mean, let's be real. On paper, I would probably have thought that Pushing Daisies sounded ridiculous.
True. That's very true.
And so she's probably like, this sounds... I mean, she's like a crazy spinster who's in love with this pie maker who sings and is crazy. And you're like, why would you make it? I mean, but then it ended up being brilliant. Yeah. So maybe this is like that.
She knows something we don't.
That is
Kristen
true.
Chenoweth. So we'll see what happens. But we'll be having a party when that...
July 31st.
July 31st. Isn't that Harry Potter's birthday?
It is Harry Potter's birthday.
Aww. We'll be celebrating Harry. Well,
I'm watching Disney villain movies.
Mm-hmm. It's great. We'll get back to Harry later, though.
We will get back to Harry. For now, there's some other oldies but goodies. Nick Nolte and Emma Thompson and Robert Redford are starring in a movie called A Walk in the Woods, in which Robert Redford's kind of hit this old stage in his life where his friends are dying, and he's like, all my life is like going to funerals. Like I want to have an adventure. So he decides he's going to hike the Appalachian Trail, which is no mean feat for even a young person. So
so the reason I wanted to like even discuss this, because it's kind of random, this old people movie or whatever, because I read the book. Have you ever read it by Bill Bryson?
No. Is it a novel?
No, it's like it's true. Except that it's not like old people going on this thing, because it's Bill Bryson, so he's like middle-aged or whatever when he does this.
Interesting.
Yeah, and like I loved this book. Bill Bryson's a little hit or miss for me because sometimes he's like too cynical about people. So like his book, The Lost Continent, he's lived in England for like 8 years or something like that. He comes back home and he road trips across the United States. He's going through all these small towns, and it's like he's too much of a dick about the places that he passes through, and the people there, and so like that bothers me. Walk in the Woods, he's like doing this Appalachian Trail trip with this friend of his who is just like inept and like useless on this entire trip, and it's hilarious. And so I always tell people that I'm like, someday I want to hike the Appalachian Trail with a useless friend just to like recreate.
Yeah, good luck trying to get someone to join you.
I know, when I phrase it that way.
Hey, so I'm going on the Appalachian Trail.
I need someone useless.
Like, you're asking me? I heard you talk about God, you
Right?
wanted someone useless on that trip with you.
Realistically, I could be the useless one. I mean, you know.
Technically, you should take me and I would be the useful one.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true. So this could be a thing. We're going to do it. I'm for it. Listen,
can you imagine if we did that? It would be ridiculous, and we would probably die.
Probably, but like awesomely.
But like in a blaze of glory, which I would totally be okay with.
Absolutely.
Like, recently I was talking to my grandmother, and she just turned 94, you know, and so she's got a really hard time getting around, and she's like, Kristen, just, you know, don't get old, joking around.
Yeah.
Well, oh, so you think I should die young? I was like, that was kind of my plan anyway. And she's like, well, no, don't do that. But I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to die
young. Now you've encouraged
like,
me.
What about taking a, like, half-thought-through trip down the Appalachian Trail?
Right, bam. We figured it out. We're going to go out on top of a bear while fighting a mountain lion.
Right? Barehandedly. I'm going to grin it to death like Davy Crockett.
Exactly. So, yeah. So that's why I was interested in this. But I think it looks, for one thing, Nick Nolte looks a million.
Kate, I didn't even freaking know that was Nick Nolte.
I was trying to figure out if it was. I was like, it looks like those are kind of his features there, but not quite. He's
so old.
He's so old.
He looks like Santa.
Like, he looks way older than Robert Redford, and I don't feel like he can be. Because Robert Redford is, like, legit old.
They're both legit old.
Yeah, they are.
Look at this. I gotta look it up.
Yeah. Robert Redford's keeping it tight, though. It's like he and Paul Newman are, like, hot old guy.
Well, Paul Newman was more so, I would say,
well,
Robert
yeah.
than Robert.
The guy, like, died at, like, 91, and he still was super hot, which was, like, ridiculous. That should not even be allowed.
Yeah. It always surprises me when Robert Redford's in movies now, because I'm like, he doesn't need to be in any movie. Like, he doesn't need to do movies at all.
No, he doesn't. He's like...
What's it called? Sundance?
Yeah, Sundance is his thing, right? Yeah.
He's, like, cool and has all this stuff, and he's like, I'm gonna do this movie. You're like, okay,
all right.
Cool. Like, hey, I'm gonna be in Winter Soldier because I'm a boss.
Yeah, why not?
Why.
Yeah, it's like he just kind of, like, likes it, which is good, you know?
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah, because a lot of people, it's like they get to an age and it's like either they need to be doing the movies or they're like, I'm done with this. I don't want to be on set with someone ordering me around and all this. And it's like, he's like, I'm going to make a movie with friends and, probably keeps him young. Okay.
Nick Nolte is 74.
Oh, wow. He is old.
And Robert Redford is 79. So they're actually very close.
Pretty close in age. Huh.
Also, this picture of Nick Nolte on his IMDb profile looks nothing like the Nick Nolte that's going to be in this movie.
Body snatched.
What is happening?
You guys, we're onto something.
Dude, better be careful. They're going to come kill us for figuring it out.
I know. This is it. So if the fan cave disappears, you know that it's because we discovered Hollywood's secret. Body snatching.
Body snatching.
Yeah, so it looks old. But I think this is another one that I probably won't, like, pay first run or whatever, but I would totally see this in, like, the Dollar Theater or something and just, like, sit there. I'm sure there's going to be good, like, crying moments and things.
Oh, yeah. They're going to have a good... It just looks like a fun kind of buddy, like a friend movie.
I like friend movies.
Me too.
It also reminds me... Have you seen, oh, gosh, what's it called? It's got, Emilio Estevez in it.
Oh, the one where his son dies and he goes on that big trek.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one, but...
Your recognition made it sound like you knew it, like you had seen it, but you know what I'm talking about.
I hadn't seen it, but it's weird because it's like, when Emilio Estevez talks, I hear Martin Sheen.
Right.
Because they're the same.
They are the same.
And it's weird to me.
Yeah. Very. That's it. On Jeopardy last week, there was a question that was like something, it was like the other one or the other brother or something like that. And the question had something about like, it said Estevez being like, I think as Martin Sheen's like name or whatever like that. It said something about Martin Sheen and the person, it was clearly Emilio Estevez that the answer was, but the person obviously did not put that together. And so they were like, Charlie Sheen? I was like, come on! It's the one who is the exact replica of Martin Sheen. That's the one this question is about.
It's the one when Martin Sheen dies, Emilio Estevez is going to body snatch and be him.
Exactly. And so, yeah, but that movie is another one sort of like this. It's like, just a group of people. And it has James Nesbitt, who is like my favorite in the world. And also the terrible rapey guy from Girl with Dragon Tattoo, but I saw this first, and so when I saw Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, I was like, no, because he's so sweet.
Stellan Skarsgård?
No, the guy who rapes her in Girl with Dragon Tattoo.
Wait, which one?
Oh, does she get raped multiple times?
Well, no, which movie? The American one?
Yes.
Or the Swedish one?
The American one. I've only seen the American one.
Okay.
I was like, did you block out
Guardian.
that terrible scene?
Guardian.
Yeah, that guy. He is in that movie. It's something with walk in it too, I think. But he's like the sweetest character in it, and he makes you like cry, and you're just like, and so I sort of place this along that with things that I'll probably like sit and like have wine and just like cry and watch, you know.
So if you need a good cry, probably this is the one for you.
I love crying movies. Well, everything's a crying movie for me, but like especially the ones that sort of intentionally do it. Like,
yeah. Probably you're going to also cry during The Good Dinosaur, right?
Oh my God. The beginning of that trailer. So this is Pixar's new film. And the beginning of it, you know, you're seeing like all these like asteroids clinking against each other in space or whatever. And then one sort of hurtling towards Earth. And as it happens, I'm like, is this Pixar's thing now? Like just destroy you in the beginning of it. Like, you know, it started with like Up, you know, and it was like, 10 minutes into it, I'm sobbing. And then, like, when I watch the trailers for Inside Out, I'm, like, sobbing through the trailers for that. And then I'm like, oh, now there's just straight up gonna kill the dinosaurs right in the beginning and, like, just destroy it. But then it misses. And the Earth is
It's actually pretty adorable because all the dinosaurs are, like, eating the grass. And you're like, oh. And then they just kind of look up.
And they're like, oh, shooting
And then they go back to eating the grass.
Yep, and then you see, like, very little... It doesn't tell you, like, much about this at all, except that there's one dinosaur that looks a little different from the other ones that is running around. And
and apparently humans enter the picture with the dinosaurs, I'm assuming, because there's a hand... It looks like a cave drawing of a dinosaur.
Because presumably, you know, the dinosaurs aren't destroyed, but otherwise life evolves the same, I guess. So, like...
Interestingly, you're going to have to do some science there, Pixar.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure, you know, they'll make it work. But regardless, somehow they come along at the same time, and so they're living simultaneously. And you know, from that brief little bit, it looks cute, and I will see anything Pixar makes, really. So
there you go.
That's not even a question. It's like, oh, it's Pixar. Okay, no, that's not entirely true. Any sequels to Cars, I will not see. Other than that, if it says Pixar on it, I'm gonna... My butt's in that seat. So, I'm really excited for Inside Out, by the way. I expect to cry through it a lot, but it looks delightful. Yeah.
Cool. I'm ambivalent towards it.
Okay,
like,
that's fair.
I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll see it.
I'll allow that.
If it's like a matinee and someone else pays for my popcorn.
Perfect. Okay, well...
Anyway, but you know what I'm not
looking for a date,
towards?
you guys, is I think what just happened here. What are you not ambivalent about?
I'm not... well, we saw this trailer, and I don't... Here's the thing. They're keeping these movies that I'm pretty sure are, like, British films, but they don't get released in America, or I don't know when they come out in America, and it's very
They just appear on Amazon, like, 6 months later?
Or they're on IMDb, and so I watch the trailer, and then I'm waiting for it to come out, and it never does. So a while back, we talked about Man Up, which came out in the UK, like, 2 weeks ago, and I, like, legit was thinking about going to London to see it, because I think it looks adorable.
Because it looks worth it.
And then I just saw this new trailer that I just watched. It looks really cute. On a holiday, and it's Rosamund Pike and David Tennant, and they have these 3 kids, and it looks like they're going to visit some family, essentially, and their little kids are adorable and ridiculous, and they're...
Oh my gosh, the little girl in what we did on our holiday...
You really just need to watch it for the, like, last 30 seconds of the trailer, and it's just incredible and really funny, and so... It just looks endearing and definitely a crier. I'm probably going to cry in it at least 4 times.
It's like David Tennant is just so wonderful. What's that movie that we love with...
Oh my gosh, The Decoy Bride.
The Decoy Bride. Like, he's just so...
Kelly MacDonald and David Tennant, I ship them.
I ship them hard. Big
so
time.
Hard. So, Rosamund Pike, you have your work cut out for you. Because if you're not nearly as endearing as Kelly MacDonald, which I doubt you will be, you're going to have a hard time with me.
No, she's not going to be as endearing as that because... you just can't reach that level. But Rosamund Pike does look great in it.
It's true. And I think she's beautiful and gorgeous and wonderful.
Oh man, she is just a vision, isn't she?
I mean, I know people didn't like, well, some people did. Purists didn't like the Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley. I personally enjoyed it because I think it does in a pinch if you don't want to watch 12 hours of BBC.
Exactly.
It's like, you know what? I want to watch Pride and Prejudice. I don't have that much time. I like this one.
Yeah,
Plus,
that's fair.
in the book, and I know you're not a big Jane Austen, so you can just
not even, you can take out big, just not a Jane Austen.
But Jane in the book is supposed to be like the pretty one,
right?
Where like in the old movie, like but like Elizabeth's like definitely prettier than her,
right?
Where I feel like Rosamund Pike is like so beautiful and wonderful, and I'm just like. Not that Keira Knightley's not, she is, but like Rosamund Pike is just gorgeous. So
next level,
anyway,
that's all. Yeah.
That was a really long rant. No one cares. We're excited.
I'm sure there's
because
plenty of people who care.
David Tennant is just warms my heart, and wish
you guys,
he need more.
The little girl, like, I laughed so hard at the end of this just from a look that she gives and
face acting,
you guys.
You know what, here's the thing, maybe it should be a BAFTA thing because I'm pretty sure it's like British actors who are good face actors.
Yeah, I know.
So maybe we should write the BAFTAs and say, hey, you should really make an award for face acting.
And they're gonna be like, that's just how we train our actors, that's what
it would be so hard to choose who would win. Cheerio. Hello, governor.
Hello, governor.
Like, come on. I'm like, you're from London.
Sorry, British listeners.
Also, sorry, that was a terrible. Honestly, I feel like I can do a decent-ish one, but that was not it.
No.
But anyway, it looks really cute. So we'll link to all of those on the blog so you guys can take a look at them. And literally, just wait for the last little bit with this little girl is so precious. I can't even handle it. So.
The preciousest.
Anyway, other movie news. We have lots of movies. So
should we break first and like give people a breather with the Chris Pratt corner?
Yeah.
Do you think?
I feel like I should look towards the corner of my office like it's going to be there.
Chris?
You guys, Chris Pratt is being a gem, as per usual. And it's been great. We've missed him so much since Guardians of the Galaxy press tour being so cute. So Jurassic World has not disappointed.
No, he stepped it up. Like, that movie has figured out Chris Pratt as, like, their selling point.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it's like they're not even worried about showing us dinosaurs or anything. Like, they don't care about the rest of the cast. Like, Vincent D'Onofrio's in this. I mean, come on. But it's like all of their press now is basically like, what can we release of Chris Pratt?
Doing something adorable.
Adorable.
Everything.
Yeah. And, like, the thing that makes Chris Pratt so great doing press tours is that he's cultivated this image that makes it so that, like, you know, he's a dad, he's got these wholesome-ish things about him, but he also can be crass and, like, you know, get drunk in a video or things like that, and that it doesn't tarnish, like, the Chris Pratt brand. And so you can do a lot with him that with a lot of people, like, they couldn't be that uninhibited. But that's sort of who he's cultivated himself as, which has worked out magically.
It's magic. So I think we've said it before. If you're not following Chris Pratt on Instagram, you really need to, because his hashtag game is above par. There is nobody else who is better.
Do you want to be above par?
Yeah, but you want to say below par sounds bad.
Yeah, that does sound bad. Let's not use golf analogies.
Okay.
It's above reproach.
Hashtag game is on point.
There we go.
And better than anybody else out there. Mainly because they're so ridiculous sometimes, and it's like, I feel like it's a train of thought. It's like a fluid or a train of consciousness where he just starts going and then it ends somewhere else, but it's great. So he has little Lego Owen, which I also think is a kind of a great hat tip to the Lego movie. Right. But he has this little Lego Owen on a dinosaur, that he's like taking pictures of around. Like a
flat Stanley.
Yeah, and it's so fun, and he's been great on that. And then on Facebook, Jurassic World has been releasing these like little behind-the-scenes videos.
God, they're so good.
Are so great.
They're so great. Like there's one where he is, like, it's basically about him riding his motorcycle in this, and like that, and he is basically talking about how like he should not be allowed to do this, and he's like, his costume's all dirty, and it's like, you know, usually they work really hard to make him like this. You know how I did it? I fell off my motorcycle. And like he has like,
if you ever see me riding a motorcycle in the tabloids, come and find me and kick me in the nuts.
Yeah. And you're like, oh my God, you're incredible. And like, he's so self-deprecating, and And they just like they keep releasing these little clips of him just like, I mean, one of my favorite things about these behind the scenes clips is like you'll see people in the background and they're like going about their things and stuff, but like in one like is it Bryce Dallas Howard? Bryce Dallas Howard. She's just cracking up in the back. Like she's trying to do something else and she's like looking at him over her shoulder and she's just laughing, you know, and like clearly this is just a fun set to be on. Like people are having a good time even when they want to work. Like I'm sure there are times when they're like, Chris, can you not? Yeah. We're trying to like, okay, we have limited time and resources here, but you know, it's in spite of themselves having a great time and it's so fun.
It's really fun. And then Corey actually linked me to this other one. It's Entertainment Weekly did a little bit with him, and it's called Extreme Fan Club. And I haven't seen any. I was meaning to go see who else they've done. I'm assuming
because it looks like it's a
bit that they do. And so they had Chris Pratt read just things that people said about him on the internet, like fans. Yeah. So that's very random. Mm-hmm. But it's like so amazing.
His reactions are incredible.
Kind of awkward, yeah. And his reactions are gold. One of them was very like Andy Dwyer-ish, where it was like, I have like a weird crush on Chris Pratt, like a cool uncle, and he's all, ew. He's like, you know what? No. He's like,
no matter how cool your uncle is, you shouldn't have a crush on him.
Have a crush on him. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. And then what else was there that was on there?
There was like one asked if he would be his next kidnap victim. Oh yeah. And at first he like launches into this like thing is like, you know, human trafficking.
And it gets all really serious. Bad. The editing actually is really great.
Yeah, the editing is awesome. And then he's like, screw it, you know, I'll be your next kidnap victim. And like he's so fun with the people he reacts to, and you have to watch it like. For one, as always, us describing something doesn't do it justice. We just want you to feel excited about it. Watch the clip, and his faces when he reacts to everything are amazing. And there's like one of them that he reads once, and like, oh, that was it, the ovaries. He reads like the ovaries one, and he's like, oh, it's like, you know, there go my ovaries, or my ovaries are destroyed, or something like that. Yeah. And he's like, aw. And then he's like, wait. She's saying I killed her ovaries? I feel really bad about that.
Distraught. And, oh my god.
And he reads one of them and he's like, huh. And then it takes a second and he thinks about it and he goes, oh. Like, it's just him, like, comprehending what is being said to him in these are... Oh, it's so good. Makes me sad that I've never sent any weird tweets to Chris Pratt.
I know. But, I feel like we need to start doing that now.
Yeah, we need to just start sending him strange stuff.
But I also am like not weird enough to want to do like I don't want to be like featured as the creepy one.
I know, exactly.
I liked the one too where it was like, does it just me or does Chris Pratt look like Ed Sheeran? And he's like, huh, yeah, I guess so.
Which is not true at all. It is just you, Twitterer. You're the only person who thinks that. But I do like that they pan away and there's the picture of him, like, licking Ed Sheeran. Like,
yeah. And it's clearly a picture of him, like, from, like, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's, like, not even
There's no way. There's no way that's a thing. So, yeah. You guys, there's a lot of great Chris Pratt going on right now.
Just Google Chris Pratt right now and you will find
what she means is go to electricfeast.com and check out the blog and see all the links that we...
all of those good ones, but...
But you should Google it because there's just a lot happening. And there's only, 9 days or something like that till Jurassic World?
Yeah, it comes out the 12th. It's just bananas, you guys. It's happening. It's happening.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Okay. Movie news,
you guys. There's a lot, so we're going to try and get through this with you. The first is there's rumors that Chris Pine will be showing up in the new Wonder Woman film set to come out in 2017. The article that was on Variety was saying that first it looked like Scott Eastwood was up for the role, but he decided to take one in Suicide Squad instead, which I don't know why you would do that.
Nice move, Scotty.
Good one.
But boy, Chris Pine that guy is a spitting image of his dad, by the way.
That is true.
He is very pretty.
I know.
Anyways,
really.
Continue.
So Chris Pine might be the Steve Trevor in Wonder Woman, which is
two
cool.
first names. That's a problem. But
I mean,
all the Chris Pine and everything. Although he's
Chris Pine and everything, and I already love Gal Gadot, so I'm like, what could possibly be wrong with this movie? I already love it.
Yeah, I'm so in with that. Chris Pine is so like, how old is Chris Pine? He's like what? Is he early 30s, mid 30s, something like that? I feel like he's starting to look so much older than he is, but I'm down with it. Like I'm totally here for it. Yeah.
I don't know. No, he's 35.
35, yeah. I was going to guess he was born in 1980, which is that 35?
That's true. So technically he's not quite 35 yet. His birthday's in August.
Right.
I didn't want to be weird about it.
Yeah.
So
5 years older than me sounded right to me. But he just, like, he has, like, he's going gray, but, like, in great ways in his beard. And, like, I'm just, you know, I have, like, an older dudes thing. So, you know, that it fits. Obviously, you do, too. We like a lot of older dudes. I mean,
equal opportunity employers.
That's true. Equal opportunity.
You know.
It's across the spectrum. But, yeah, I just, you know, I'm for it. I'm just interested in seeing, like him in this movie, how old he's supposed to be and how he looks, because I kind of want him to just keep getting older and not, like, if you shave him, I'm sure he looks young again, and I don't want that.
But I don't like that.
I don't like
but
that.
Yeah, so
no, I do like, realistically, it will take Pine in any state.
That's true.
I'm going to go watch This Means War for the 400th time after this.
I need to figure out how to watch it, because it's not, where is it?
Well, I mean, you can rent it on Amazon.
Oh, I could do that, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Oh, I should probably go to my rental place. I bet it's there.
Oh, or go there, you know. I just find it so much easier to just click things. I'm sure it might be cheaper
but then I can watch
to go
on
and...
TV.
Well, yeah, because you don't have, like, you're still one of those people who doesn't have a thing to watch stuff, like a Roku or anything, huh?
Well, why would I need that?
To watch stuff on your TV. I don't watch anything on my computer. That's the thing, is I'm like, if I have to use my screen, then it's like, how am I gonna then multitask? So so I watch everything on the TV. So I have Rokus in every room of the house and all that kind of stuff. Wow. And then so you can rent it on Amazon. It's great. But you go to your video guy. You give him your support.
I will.
You know, shop local and whatnot.
Shop local. Here we go.
Yeah. What else we got?
Another one that I probably would be able to find there, and this is an interesting little tidbit, is that The Rock is looking to remake Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh my god.
Corey's very excited about this. I'm not as excited about this.
Oh man. I think it's like, the more I think about it, the more I like it. Like, I just feel like I'm picturing The Rock sitting in the truck, talking over the CB radio, telling tales and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm in. I get it 100%. It makes sense to me. I don't know. I think as far as we're doing this, like, reboot thing with these updates and whatnot, I think you can do the same movie with The Rock instead of trying to, like, change it. I think you can make the same movie with The Rock and be, like, have something fun there, you know? And there's always gonna, like, The Big Trouble in Little China is one of my favorite movies. I understand the, like, it's kind of untouchable thing, but it's also super campy, and it's rife and ready for that kind of thing.
That's where I feel like campiness doesn't translate when you do remakes.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Campiness is hard.
It is.
Like, a good, like, there's a delicate balance of campiness, and I feel like those older movies, like, did it really well, and I just don't think, like, we do it very well anymore. Yeah. And so they're either going to try and make it, like, serious, you know,
which we don't want. That would be bad.
Which would be bad, or it'll just be terrible. Yeah. So I don't know.
I guess it's partly because we can't.
And mine goes back to, I'm, like, kind of tired of remakes. I'm like, just make something
absolutely.
new.
I get that completely. I think one of the reasons, like, it's hard to translate camp too is because they could get away with it. Where it's like, we can do better in terms of, like, effects and things like that. Like, seeing some guy, like, levitate and things. Yeah. It's like, if they were to make a movie like that, people would either be like, they're trying too hard, or, God, the effects are terrible in this. Right. Instead of being like, no, embrace it. That's what it looked like, and it was fun. And so I do think there is that element to it. But I just, you know, for me, I'm like, I feel like I would probably watch it and like it. That's all I'm saying. And I probably would see it on the big screen. I'm going to go so far as to say that. So.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see which way this ends up going. One of us is skeptical. One of us is blindly optimistic. We'll see who it pays off for.
We'll see who's the winner. Yeah. There can only be one.
I'm going to say skepticism is probably correct on this, but I'm choosing not to be skeptical of it.
Now, not quite a remake, but a world that we love but fears being killed is Eddie Redmayne has officially been cast in the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is a sort of Harry Potter spin-off type deal. If you guys are into Harry Potter, it was a book that the Harry and Hermione and all them read in school. Yep. And so this is kind of the guy who wrote that book, and So it's in the same kind of realm of Harry Potter before Harry Potter. So
this is a way of expanding upon this universe that I'm okay with. Like,
yeah.
It's not some
Did you read this book? I didn't.
I didn't read the book, no.
Okay. I haven't read it either. So maybe we should read it.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we should read it for a fiction club, which we've kind of abandoned since.
Well, okay, and we should explain. Dear Melanie keeps on being like, don't forget, I want to talk about this. And we will. It's just that this was my last quarter of coursework. So it is coming. We're just going to make it like, we'll pick back up in the summer and it'll be great.
Yeah.
So expect an announcement of when we'll actually be picking Fancave back up within the next couple of weeks. I only have a week and a half more of school, and then we can do it, guys.
Just hold on a little bit longer.
Yeah, hold out.
But maybe possibly we'll be reading a Harry Potter spinoff in the near future. So anyway, it was very exciting. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've actually seen anything with Eddie Redmayne in it. Oh no.
Really? Oh, you've seen Les Mis, right?
No.
You haven't seen Les Mis? Wow. My Week with Marilyn.
No. So whatever. So I don't know. He could be cool, I guess.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
I don't have anything against him, but I'm not attached to this book, so I feel like I need to read it before I really make any kind of commentary on whether I think he can do this role. But
right, yeah.
But from what I read too is that J.K. is actually doing the screenplay for the movie, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, it's like we don't have anything to go off of whether that's a good idea or not. You know, sometimes
it's her first one. Yeah, it's her first one. So
it can be good or it can be bad. It just depends. So hopefully we'll find out that she's got this great knack for this. Mm-hmm. You know, she can turn her attentions to writing movies and not ruining Harry Potter.
Right. Very true.
Yeah. So
there we go. And David Yates, who was in the first the last 4 kind of installments of Harry Potter, is on board to direct this one, which I think is cool. So he kind of knows the feeling of the world, and he probably has worked with J.K. a lot. So, I don't know. We were kind of excited. It's more of like, I feel like I need to do a little bit. I feel like I need to read the book.
Yeah.
Before I'm like,
but I'm excited. Yeah. But that's kind of a fun thing because, I mean, I do miss reading the books. You know, I'm actually rereading them right now. I'm almost done with the first one. But this has been my thing because I don't have like time to read or anything like that. I can read a thing that I've already read. Yeah. And so at night I'll like read a little bit of Harry Potter. But it's like I so miss having those conversations about Harry Potter and reading them and for the first time and stuff like that. And so it's kind of fun that there is something in the world that I can read and get excited about and excited to see on the big screen again because it's been years since that's, you know, happened.
It's been a while.
Oh, God.
Since I've been here. I don't even know if that's a word. But
it's been a while was definitely right.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I can't vouch for anything after that.
Yeah. I've heard it both ways. And then to go along with our excitement of Harry Potter.
Oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh,
you
my
guys,
God.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Next year, Harry Potter World opening at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Oh, my God. Like, I already have a Universal Pass, but I'm definitely going to have to get one next year as well because this is earth-shaking.
This is exciting.
This is
what I've been waiting for ever since they opened one in Florida and thought, right? Florida. I'll just wait till they open it here.
Yeah. I had that thought, but there was a part of me that was like, what if they don't, though? Because, I mean, like, this is the thing about, like, the Florida versions of amusement parks versus our versions of them is that ours are so landlocked. So if you, like, you know, if you're driving by on the freeway past Universal, you can see it's just like tightly in there, and then like there's a city around it, you know, there's buildings and all this, and so there's a part of me that was like, there's no way they can build this here, like where are they going to put this? But they're going to. I'm sure this is going to increase the pass cost, but that's fine, and it'll make it a little more crowded. It's still not going to be as terrible to go to as Disneyland, so I'm okay with that. I'm just so excited to finally get to experience this. Like
I just want butterbeer so bad.
Exactly. I'm like, butterbeer is happening.
That's all I want.
It's happening. I am going to drink butterbeer, and this is a thing that I would actually get in costume for too. Like not like hugely in costume, but I would definitely like don robes and scarf.
Okay, you know, Brienne is writing this down.
Oh yeah,
now she's excited.
I know. I've basically promised on the air to do this. So all right, Brienne, it's happening.
I just want to make sure we are clear. I am making no such promise.
Brienne's like, work on Kristen.
Brienne's like, one down, one to go.
I just imagine it like Billy Madison. She's doing it this in lipstick, and then she just puts it on, lays down. Yeah, I actually, like, I've had on my refrigerator for years a postcard that our friend Julie sent me from the other Harry Potter world, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, whatever it's called. And I'm like beyond stoked.
I feel like I'm going to
this is
send
happening.
postcards to just people who live in California.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm like, excuse me, I'm going to drink my butterbeer and write all of these postcards.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's what we should do. That we should just get like a stack of postcards and butterbeers and just sit and write postcards.
Done.
Maybe we'll send some to some of you. So next year, remind us that we promised you postcards, and we'll send you Harry Potter postcards that we drank butterbeer, and we'll probably be spilled on it because coordination's hard.
Yeah. And we'll be drunk.
We'll be drunk off butterbeer. So that's happening, you guys. Yeah. So next year's probably a good time to visit California if you're thinking about it. Yeah.
Heyo. Yeah. Very true. Mm-hmm. All right. Last but not least. Do we want to do this still?
No, I'm just not looking at the list. So.
Oh, okay. Last but not least, and we'll have to end with something happy because this is kind of a bummer note here.
Oh boy.
There's this new Cameron Crowe movie coming out, and we're going to address it. It's called Aloha, and I think we'd mentioned it earlier. I said it looked kind of boring. It kind of looks like Elizabethtown, but in Hawaii. I'm like, it's the exact same movie. Legit, it looks like the exact same movie, and that was pretty much all that I knew about it. And now I feel like there's all this kind of uproar over it, and the fact that it's set in Hawaii. It's about like Hawaiian things like land and culture, but there aren't actually any Hawaiian people in it.
Yeah, like in lead roles. Like apparently there's some that are like there, but none of the leads are actually
Hawaiian. Are actually Hawaiian or of any kind of Pacific Islander. And to add insult to injury, this part I thought to be interesting, and I didn't realize this before. Emma Stone is apparently playing what is supposed to be a part Hawaiian, part Chinese character, and part Swedish. They threw that in there, I think, to try and explain why she looks so white.
Oh, God. My head, it hurts. Because Cameron Crowe came out and, like, apologized for this, apparently.
He did.
He did, and he said, like, what he was trying to do is, like, this is a problem for her, looking white in this, culture and all this. But, like, one of the things, I read a review, like, a week or two ago about this that was discussing, like, what the heck is going on here with having her in this role. And it's like, it would be one thing if it was just sort of like a part of her character and, like, whatever. It's still a little offensive, but blah, whatever. But they're like, but the whole movie revolves around her otherness and around her Asianness and Hawaiianness. And that's, like, central to the entire character. And they cast Emma Stone in it. And it's just like, I mean, I said to someone earlier, like, what's really troubling about this, and even in, like, I accept what Cameron Crowe's saying, all that kind of stuff, but that's part of the problem in and of itself, is that he didn't think about this beforehand. It never crossed his mind, and this is Hollywood in general, it never crossed his mind that people would care, because all he was looking at, like, an Asian or biracial person as was like a trope, a plot device. Like, this explains this character. It wasn't about Asian people as real human beings or Hawaiians as real human beings. It was like, this is gonna, like, add meat to this part instead. And so, like, the not casting of all of the biracial actors in Hollywood, I mean, like, I also point out, like, what about Olivia Munn or something like that? Like, she still looks white. Like, people don't realize she's Asian, but she is. And she's had this experience her whole life of, like, people being like, what are you? And why, what kind of thing are you? And so it's like, it's this erasure, this pretending that biracial people don't actually exist in real life. So we need to get some white girl to play them. It's disappointing on so many levels, and, like, because, like, Islanders, Native people, Indigenous peoples, things like that are so often erased also, like, from political conversation, which apparently is part of what her struggle is. It's just sort of insulting to make a movie called Aloha about Hawaii that only sees, like, brown bodies as, like, extra, that your main cast is all just a bunch of white people.
Yeah, well, and I think, too, what was, for me, that really, I think, hit home is it's, like, the people of Hawaii are, like, really upset.
Yeah.
They're like, they don't feel like their culture, they're like, they're the ones that are like, this is not our culture, like, you're misrepresenting us as a people, like, you're, same thing, like, even, I guess the issue in the movie, it's like a land issue. I don't really am sure what the plot is, but anyway, they're like even that is kind of like a touchy subject in Hawaii, and it's like, and so other than just being boring, which I thought the movie, anyway, we're like, it kind of adds. I mean, we're kind of almost back to Exodus. Remember when we had the whole thing about Exodus, where it's like all of the main characters set in Egypt are all white. And all of the side characters are not white. Right. And it's like, well...
Yeah. It's it's just one of those things where it's like, it'd be one thing if it's like, you know what, we just couldn't find any. We searched all of Egypt and there just was not a black person in sight, or we went through Hawaii and there were no Asians.
It's the weirdest thing. They're all white now.
Craziest, but there are a lot of these actors and they're just being skipped over, and it's so problematic in this way. And I think Cameron Crowe obviously addressed this much better than everyone involved in Exodus did.
Right, he at least acknowledged
I effed that up.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But I mean, it should be. This is the problem, is that to any of us, the first time I saw a trailer for Aloha, I went, why is everyone white? It's so obvious to people watching. Why inside of Hollywood do they still not look at their casts and go, we are definitely missing something here? This is, I don't know. I've been to Hawaii and something is just not, it's just not clicking. Can't figure out why it doesn't look like Hawaii in this cast. Come on, you guys. You can do so much better than this. I'm not really a huge Cameron Crowe fan in general. I like Almost Famous fine, but Elizabethtown is a wreck. And
I like the soundtrack from Elizabethtown.
Yeah, there you go. It's because basically Elizabethtown is just Garden State, essentially, and so it had to have that good soundtrack for everyone to be into. What was it? There's something someone mentioned Cameron Crowe directed a kids movie or something that I had just seen. And I was like, wait, what? That's weird, but I can't think of what it is now. Oh. But this is just baffling on so many levels, and, stop. That's all I'm saying. Stop doing this. On top of, also with this movie, I mean, we're watching, I often live Facebook Saturday Night Live with our friends Emily and Jerry, and sometimes our friend Jen, too, and we were all watching the, who was hosting it? I'm assuming whoever was hosting SNL was in Aloha, because they kept playing the commercial, but maybe not. Anyway, they kept playing the commercial for Aloha, and they all kept insisting no, this looks like fun. And Emily's from Hawaii, and she's like, no, it's gonna be super fun. And I think now they are all safely on my side, because I was sitting here, I was like, are you guys watching the same trailer as me? And what are they holding over Bill Murray's head that they managed to get him in this movie in the first place? What? I don't understand. This looks such trashy romance for middle-aged people, and
They did put a lot of pretty people in it, though.
It is pretty. That. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I am here for stoic John Krasinski,
and Bradley Cooper.
I mean,
whenever.
Yeah,
I mean,
all the time.
He's just so good looking.
I even watched Hangover 2 the other day, which is just horrible and racist and homophobic and everything. But I watched the whole thing because Bradley Cooper. How do you turn off Bradley Cooper?
You don't.
You just don't do it. You sit through the racist, homophobic movie and lament that he does these things. So yeah, Aloha, don't see it. Don't waste your time.
Or just watch Elizabethtown.
Yeah.
You could save yourself a lot of money.
Exactly. And Orlando Bloom is slightly browner than anyone in there, so just pretend that's Aloha.
There you go. And I think, what's his name is in it? That guy, what's his face? No, never mind. I forget what his name is. This is a really lame story.
Yeah, well...
I'm just going to bail out and pretend like I didn't start it.
That was me bailing out.
So, thanks so much for joining us.
Yay!
This has been episode 65 of the Electric Fan Cave. As per usual, you can find us on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, SoundCloud, all those places. Please be sure to rate and review us so that people know that people like us. Yeah. And we'd like to hear from you. Anyway, so you can always leave us a note on the Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Electric Fan Cave. Whatever. I don't know how that thing works still.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Although, I should probably mention really quick, I was very excited a couple weeks ago, you guys, because we all know I have No tweets. I don't really know how to use it. It's very awkward. Our very favorite Garrett Dillahunt followed me on Twitter, and it has like the official blue check, so I'm like pretty sure it's him.
Kristen just messaged me, and she's like out of no context whatsoever, she goes, "Wait, the blue check is supposed to mean the person's real, right?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then she like sends me a screenshot. She's like, "Oh my god!" It's like, and like you hadn't even mentioned Garrett Dillahunt.
I don't know how he found me.
Yeah. It's the weirdest thing. He must have been searching
some other hashtag in one of my tweets. I mean, maybe he was like, probably why I'm single, and he's like, oh, this girl's funny.
There we go. Yeah.
I don't know. And at that point, I don't think I'd even tweeted in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was so random.
It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was very exciting, so I'm like pretty much famous now.
Yeah.
So.
And then Kristen threatened to quit Twitter because she hit exactly 100 tweets and didn't want to ruin it.
Yeah, I know.
But she did, so.
And you know what I did is I did like a couple successive, like real quick, so that it didn't hurt as bad to see 101. So I got to like 103. I'm like, okay, it's a little bit better.
That's fair. I get that.
Anyway, that's it. Anyway. So do all those things. Check out the blog. We're going to post all of the videos. You can watch Chris Pratt to your heart's content, as we have been doing. So please be sure to check those out. And that's it for today and this week. So we will see you next time. I'm Kristen Latterell.
I'm Corrigan Vaughn.
Take it easy, kids.
Peace out, everybody.
Ooh, New York. What is it?
It's unique New York.
Oh, I was just gonna say New York over and over again. New York.
I like that you messed it up too. You were like New York.
No, I was like, I'm like, it's like that banana song. Apples and bananas. You know, I like to opals and banana.
I'm gonna trust that's what you were going for, not you didn't just butcher this one exercise.